After this, the Lord appointed 72 others, whom he sent ahead of him in pairs to every town and place he intended to visit. He said to them, "The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. So ask the master of the harvest to send out laborers for his harvest. Go on your way. Behold, I am sending you like lambs among wolves. Carry no money bag, no sack, no sandals, and greet no one along the way. Into whatever house you enter, first say, 'Peace to this household.' If a person peaceful lives there, your peace will rest on him, but if not, it will return to you. Stay in the same house and eat and drink what is set for you, for the laborer deserves his payment. Do not move about from one house to another. Whatever town you enter and they welcome you, eat what is set before you, cure the sick in it, and say to them, 'The kingdom of God is at hand for you.' Whatever town you enter, and they do not receive you, go out into the streets and say, 'The dust of your town that clings to our feet, even that we shake off against you.' Yet know this, the kingdom of God is at hand. I tell you, it will be more tolerable for Sodom on that day than for that town." The 72 returned rejoicing and said, "Lord, even the demons are subject to us because of your name." Jesus said, "I have observed Satan fall like lightning from the sky. Behold, I have given you the power to tread upon serpents and scorpions and upon the full force of the enemy, and nothing will harm you. Nevertheless, do not rejoice because the spirits are subject to you, but rejoice because your names are written in heaven." Good morning. Welcome to a short biblical reflection on the Gospel according to Luke chapter 10, verses 1 up to 12 and 17 up to 20. It is about the mission of the 72, the Gospel reading for the 14th Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year C. This is the second sending of the disciples. In the preceding chapter 9, in the Gospel according to Luke, we have the description of the sending of the 12 apostles. Those two descriptions have some similarities. However, this one now concerning the sending of the 72 is much longer and has some more peculiarities. Just mentioning at the beginning the statement that the harvest is abundant and the laborers are few. So ask the master of the harvest to send out the laborers for his harvest. The master of the harvest, of course, is Jesus himself, is God himself. And this statement makes it clear that those who are sent on mission, the mission does not belong to them, but belongs to the one who sends them. In this case, belongs to Jesus, who is the master of the harvest. They are just performing on his behalf. And Jesus gives them various instructions. Among them, that what they should avoid, what they should not take. For example, verse 4, that they should not carry anything like money bag, sack, sandals, and also they should not greet anyone on the way. That statement is also peculiar, that they should not waste time talking with people about concerning other things, because the mission itself and the content of the mission is its priority. And also that they should not move from one house to another. And at the end, when they return, because the gospel reading has two versions, shorter reading, which is only explicitly the description of the sending of the 72 disciples on the mission, but the longer reading has also the description when they return, and from verse 17. And at the end of that also Jesus says, "Nevertheless, do not rejoice because the spirits are subjected to you." And that statement concludes, "Rejoice because your names are written in heaven." And at the end of the description of the sending of the 72 disciples, we have twice statement about the kingdom of God that is at hand. Then also Jesus warns the disciples that this mission will not be easy, because he's sending them like lambs among wolves. That negativity, which is later on phrased in the sense from verse 10 of those who will not receive them, and then respectively what they should do. And then also that negativity is described now, that the disciples themselves are rejoicing of the fact that even demons were subjected to them. And therefore now we will need to look also at the literal context. Now we can see that those verses which are omitted, I highlighted them in yellow. Because if we add those verses, then the concluding statement of the description of the sending on the mission in verse 12 gets now a clear picture. I tell you, it will be more tolerable for Sidon on that day than for that town. In fact, then Jesus says, "Woe to you, Chorazin! Woe to you, Bethsaida! If the mighty deeds done in your midst had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would long ago have repented, sitting in sackcloth and ashes. But it will be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the judgment than for you. And as for you, Capharnaum, will you be exalted to heaven? You will go down to the netherworld. Whoever listens to you, listens to me. Whoever rejects you, rejects me. And whoever rejects me, rejects the one who sent me." So Jesus is sending them on mission, but also Jesus was preaching the gospel, so in this case to Capharnaum, and the people didn't take seriously his words. In other words, they rejected him. Jesus also performed miracles in other places I mentioned here, Chorazin, Bethsaida, and people didn't convert because of seeing the miracles. So there was no reception of what Jesus said and what Jesus did. But Jesus now also explains that it is not only rejection of the disciples, but because they will expect it, but also rejection of Jesus and God the Father who sent him. I would like to wish you a nice day, a nice reflection on this gospel reading. God bless you.